In this video, we're going to take a look at how to create a new contact in eRecruit. As we get started, I wanted to show you a quick tip or hint that I find fairly useful. Up here, you can see the Hide taskbar arrows. You can click it and it'll hide it or show the taskbar. I personally like to keep it hidden. It gives me a little bit more opportunity to see the widgets a little bit bigger and also some additional information. To begin, we're going to go up here to the quick search menu and type in our hiring manager's name. Now we're going to look for Morgan and hit enter. And it looks like there's no results found for our contact Morgan. So we're going to have to create the new contact. We're going to click on the radio button here. Now this menu is called the logo menu within eRecruit. So we're going to come down to the add new and click contact. It's also important to notice that the word contact is used in eRecruit instead of hiring manager. Once we click on it, it's going to open up our screen, and we then can go ahead and start to plug in our contact information. Once we put in our first and last name, we can come straight over to the company and we can bring in the company's information, and we're going to use the company called TechieTech. And as you can see, once we brought in TechieTech, some fields auto-populated, one of them being the contact source for client, as well as address and phone number. One of the things I wanted to point out about the address is that it automatically populates with the corporate office or the home office for our particular company here. Let's suppose Morgan worked for another location or maybe a manufacturing plant within the organization. We can easily come up to the new address and be able to plug in some of the information that we had. But for right now, we're going to use the existing address. All right, we're going to come here and put in Director of Marketing. The main phone number here that auto-populated is attached to TechieTech, so that's the corporate office or the main office that we have here. So we updated that. In addition, we're going to update the cell phone that we have as well as the main email. Over time, I am hoping that you find eRecruit to be fairly intuitive and actually pretty darn easy to use. When we're done, we can go ahead and click Save Contact. Now, once we click Save Contact, you're going to see that this new screen opens up, and there's two fields that you can go ahead and start to plug in information. One of them being right here. This is called the Contact Summary, and the second field we're going to use is the General Comments. Now, in the Contact Summary, you can put in the information that you have. And department size, let's say she has a pretty big department of 123 people with 12 direct reports and so forth and so on. And you can see the fields that are in here. Now here in the general comments, this is a great area where you can put in information about his or her background, preferences, or interview style. I've added some text here, and you can see that there's all sorts of formatting that you're able to do in this text box as well. Moving over to the Contact Methods section, I wanted to point out that the information we just plugged in is now auto-populated. One of the things you can see is these hyperlinks can now be clicked to be able to contact our hiring manager directly. So when we're done, we're going to go ahead and click on Save Contact or Save and Close. And that is how you enter a new contact within the eRecruit system.